Top 10 common interview questions and its best answers. Interviews can be high-stress, anxiety-driving situations, especially if it's your first interview. A little practice and preparation always pays off. While we can't know exactly what an employer will ask, here are 10 common interview questions along with advice on how to answer them. Question number 1. Could you tell me about yourself and describe your background in brief? In this question, interviewers like to hear stories about candidates. Make sure your story has a great beginning, a riveting middle, and an end that makes the interviewer root for you to win the job. Talk about a relevant incident that made you keen on the profession you are pursuing and follow up by discussing your education. In the story, weave together how your academic training and your passion for the subject or industry the company specializes in, combined with your work experience, make you a great fit for the job. If you have managed a complex project or worked on an exciting, offbeat design, mention it. Example, I come from a small town where opportunities were limited. Since good schools were a rarity, I started using CourseJet online learning program to stay up to date with the best. That's where I learned to code, and then I went on to get my certification as a computer programmer. After I got my first job as a front-end coder, I continued to invest time in mastering both front and back-end languages, tools, and frameworks. Question number 2. How did you hear about this position? Employers want to know whether you are actively seeking out their company, heard of the role from a recruiter, or were recommended to the position by a current employee. In short, they want to know how you got to them. Example answer, I learned about the position through LinkedIn as I have been following your company's page for a while now. I'm really passionate about the work you're doing in multiple project areas, so I was excited to apply. The required skills match well with the skills I have, and it seems like a great opportunity for me to contribute to your mission, as well as a great next move for my career. Question number 3. What type of work environment do you prefer? Be sure to do your homework on the organization and its culture before the interview. Your research will save you here. Your preferred environment should closely align to the company's workplace culture. Example answer, that sounds great to me. I like fast-paced work environments because they make me feel like I'm always learning and growing, but I really thrive when I'm collaborating with team members and helping people reach a collective goal as opposed to competing. My last internship was at an organization with a similar culture, and I really enjoyed that balance. Question number 4. How do you deal with pressure or stressful situations? The employer wants to know, do you hold down the fort or crumble under pressure? They want to make sure that you won't have a meltdown when the pressure becomes intense and deadlines are looming. The ability to stay calm under pressure is a highly prized talent. Example answer, I realize stressful situations are always going to come up, and I definitely have had to learn how to navigate them throughout my career. I think I get better at it with every new experience. While working on a new product launch at my last company, for example, things were not going according to plan with my team. Instead of pointing fingers, my first reaction was to take a step back and figure out some strategies around how we could solve the problem at hand. Previously, I may have defaulted to panicking in that situation, so being calm and collected was definitely a step forward and helped me approach the situation with more clarity. Question number 5. Do you prefer working independently or on a team? Your answer should be informed by the research you have done on the company culture and the job in question. Nevertheless, you should expect that most work environments will have some team aspect. Example answer, I enjoy a blend of the two. I like having a team to strategize with, get diverse opinions from, and reach out to for feedback. But I am also comfortable taking on assignments that require me to work independently. I find I do some of my best work when I can focus alone in a quiet space, but I really value collaborating with my teammates to come up with the best ideas. Question number 6. When you're balancing multiple projects, how do you keep yourself organized? Employers want to understand how you use your time and energy to stay productive and efficient. They're also looking to understand if you have your own system for staying on track with the work beyond the company's schedules and workflow plans. Be sure to emphasize that you adhere to deadlines and take them seriously. Example answer. I'm used to juggling projects at my current job where I'm often moving between coding one software program to another. I use the time boxing technique to make sure they're all on track, allocating time on my calendar for certain tasks. I have found it really helps me prioritize what needs to get done first, and it holds me accountable for the more repetitive day-to-day tasks I'm responsible for. Question number 7. What did you do in the last year to improve your knowledge? This question may come up as a result of the pandemic. Employers want to know how people use their time differently. Know that you don't have to feel scared about answering this question if you didn't spend your time brushing up on skills or taking courses. We learn from any experience we have. If you spend time honing your professional skills, you might say the following. Example answers. The extra time on my plate really allowed me to get introspective around where I want to take my career. I read a lot of journals to keep abreast of the latest ideas in my field, and sharpen my skills by taking some online courses from CourseJet, such as Python and Selenium testing courses. Question number 8. What are your salary expectations? Employers will always ask this question because every position is budgeted, and they want to ensure your expectations are consistent with that budget before moving forward. Check out some websites such as Glassdoor, Fishbowl, or Vault.com for salary information. You could also ask people in the field by reaching out to your community on LinkedIn. Example answer. Based on my skills and experience and on the current industry rates, I'm looking at a salary around 55,000 rupees per month. Question number 9. Are you applying for other jobs? Interviewers want to know if you're genuinely interested in this position or if it's just one of your many options. Simply, they want to know if you're their top choice. Honesty is the best policy. If you're applying for other jobs, say so. You don't have to necessarily say where you're applying unless you have another offer. But they might want to know where in the hiring process you are with other companies. You can also mention that you're actively looking for offers if your interviewer asks. Example answer. I have applied to a couple of other firms, but this role is really the one I'm most excited about right now. Question number 10. From your resume, it seems you took a gap year. Would you like to tell us why that was? Provide a short explanation of why you decided to pursue a gap year, then focus on what came out of it that made a positive difference for your future. Example answer. During my last year of high school, I didn't feel ready to choose my educational path, so I took a wilderness course for a few months to sort out my life goals. It may seem a little random, but the time I spent actually helped me develop so many new skills in the areas of leadership, communication, etc. During that time, I realized that I wanted to earn a degree in marketing to align with my passion. So that it took some gap on my career. Hope this will help to make a winning impression. You'll need to answer each question with poise and passion. But practicing first really helps. Meticulous preparation will allow you to appear confident and in control, helping position you as the ideal candidate when the competition is tough. Hope you liked our top 10 interview questions and its best answers. For more videos like this, subscribe our CourseJet channel.